problem.
Yeah,
So Mo, how are you feeling about Spurs?
I'm feeling frustrated. I'm thinking maybe this could do as a therapy session after a match like this. But listening to all my fellow Tottenham fans just makes me more depressed, actually. But I'm normally very, very enthusiastic, and I always hope that we do the best, and I did before today. And the first 25 minutes was exactly as we hoped, and then we let a goal in, and it went exactly as expected.
Yeah, I think I said it. Somebody commented during the watch along when it was 0-0 and said, "Oh, Spurs are doing well here," and I said, I thought we were doing okay, but I felt confident that Forest were going to score the first goal and that we would struggle to get back from it. In fact, the only thing that surprised me was that Forest didn't score a second goal.
Yeah, I was expecting them to score the first goal, but I'm always hoping for the best. But it was like there was no energy after the first goal. There's not a single player who can do anything extraordinary. It just seems to be passing the ball around. Johnson running up and down, passing backwards. No deliveries for Solanke at all. Yeah. And the defense looked okay today, but of course Dragusin had to go out injured and another red card, so it looks even worse than it did before.
Yeah, so bleak. Mo, what do you think is the reality for the future of Ange Postecoglou?
I hope that we give him time, because I'm a big supporter of him, but the reality is that 2 more defeats, I think he's out. Unfortunately, because I don't think that we're going to get anything better in. Who should it be? I'm a Dane, so I would like to try Thomas Frank. I know he's a good coach, a development coach. He used to be like the national coach for the under-17s in Denmark. Brought them far in the World Cup, actually. And he can do with a young group like this, maybe. But it will take time with him also. He can't just pull us back into top 4 in a couple of years. I don't think it'll happen with him over the Ange.
What I like about Thomas Frank is, from what I've heard and read, he when he got Brentford up from the Championship, he was playing a beautiful style of football, and then he came into the Premier League and he was like, well, we're not going to be able to play this beautiful style of football straight away. We're going to have to be a little bit more direct. And obviously he's not afraid to kind of play 2 kind of genuine forwards across the front line as well. Kind of, it was Tony and Mbuemo or whatever. And maybe someone like Frank, and I'm just spitballing here, but maybe somebody like Frank, if he came in, he would find a way to try and play maybe both Richarlison, if he was fit, and Solanke, and then maybe we could get some crosses in when you're playing in these kind of games where you need to do something different.
Yeah, I agree, but I think Ange would do the same if Richarlison was fit, to try something different in a game like this.
There's no evidence of him trying something different, though, is there?
No, not really, but what's the alternative to Solanke at the moment? It's Will Angsher, and he's played like 1.5 games, so it's an injury crisis for me. That's the biggest issue, and you can't do anything about it. Is it Ange's fault? I have no idea.
No, nor do I. I'm speculating, but this is definitely this is the worst injury crisis in my time of supporting Spurs, and I've supported Spurs since 1987. So it feels like it's either incredibly unlucky, but bear in mind, to be incredibly unlucky 2 seasons in a row and lose both your centre halves, that's bordering on the kind of, too coincidental. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're looking for a reason why it should happen. And the same thing as last year, it was Ange, and this year is the same with the 2 defenders. So maybe it's his training. I don't know. But the big stars of the club have to pull themselves together. It's Maddison has to do something more. When the mood is down, he doesn't seem to be able to pull himself up. And he's one of the leaders, and actually one of the only leaders on the field, because they're so young, the rest of the team. Yeah. But
agreed. Mo, I have to leave it with you in a second. But first of all, find some positivity, or can you? Can we beat Wolves and or Newcastle?
We can beat any team if we have the energy. So I'm always hopeful before every game. So yes, of course we can.
Okay, Mo, thanks for being a part of the show today. Hopefully speak to you after another game soon. Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you.